think, and then we will move on to our next story. So our next story is Lala Kent revealing her text messages with Katie Maloney after everything going down. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Lala Kent shared a text conversation she and Katie Maloney had about Raquel Leviss deeming Tom Sandoval the hotter Tom on Watch What Happens Live on her Instagram story on Wednesday. Amid the Vanderpump Rules season finale, which featured a flashback moment to the Watch What Happens Live revelation, Lala revealed how she and Katie reacted before first slamming Tom Schwartz, explaining how Lisa Vanderpump reportedly used her husband Ken Todd as a sacrificial lamb, and shading Sandoval for continuing to tour with his band amid Raquel's stint in treatment. I think he's a covert narcissist, Lala said of Schwartz during a May 17th interview with Rolling Stone via Us Weekly. He's very sweet, and then after one too many, he will be making fun of my face, calling me corny, and then mocking a brand that I put a lot of work into, day in and day out, to support my child, her 2-year-old daughter, Ocean Kent Emmett. But despite Schwartz's behavior, Lala feels his heart is in the right place. He battles with his own self on a daily basis. Anyone who can't pick a side isn't for me, she explained. I don't exist in the gray. Pick a side. He texted me on the anniversary of my dad's death in April, which meant the world to me, but he needs to do a lot of self-work. As for Ken being used as a sacrificial lamb, Lala said she believes Lisa put him up to share the news that Raquel had spent the night at Sandoval's when Ariana wasn't home. Lisa is the head of Vanderpump Rules. She doesn't want to get involved in the drama. This ain't Real Housewives. You respect the queen. So I believe I may know that Ken was the sacrificial lamb there. Lisa did not want to be the one to deliver this, but Lisa had told Ken this mind-blowing information. So Ken was the one who delivered it, she suggested. As for Sandoval's decision to keep touring with Tom Sandoval and the most extras, Lala hinted that she would be more sensitive to his former mistress struggles. His lover, Raquel, is said to be in a mental health facility, which to me is no joke. And if you're traveling around in your cover band singing other people's great work, still being uninteresting, but taking whatever attention you can get because you're a narcissist, she wondered. I think he's narcissistic sociopath, but that's just my humble opinion. I don't have a PhD whatsoever. Okay, side note, a couple of things. Number one, I agree. I don't think that Ken was necessarily a sacrificial lamb, but I do think that Ken Todd and that whole scene where Ken comes into the kitchen and it's Lisa Vanderpump and it's Katie and the sandwich maker was staged. And I do think it was a pickup shot that they filmed after everything broke in order to insert it into the way that they edited the show to make it all make sense. You know, we know that they went back and re-edited scenes. We know they went back and reshot scenes. I do think that this was an edited, reshot scene. Because I think that they also wanted Lisa to, because Lisa already knew the information and told it. Because we had the scene where Raquel comes into the tasting and it's Lisa, the woman who works with her at SUR, one of the co-owners, and Charlie. And that's when Raquel comes in and she's like, oh, I slept over at Sandoval's and I just overslept. And she looks like a dog, a bag of crap and all that stuff. So Lisa's already spilled that cup of tea. That's when she calls Tom and we do the whole FaceTime and he's like, dude, she dipped. So Lisa's already been a part of that narrative. So I don't think it's that Lisa didn't want to get her hands dirty. I think that she just knew it would add a different layer to it and also involve Ken more into the conversation to have Ken then deliver the information. Because Lisa already delivered it. You know, Raquel told it to her, and then Lisa took that bone and carried it to Tom and Tom when they were FaceTiming in the car. So I just think that strategically and from a narrative perspective, I think it made more sense for it to then come from Ken, to then come in and say it, rather than have Lisa then say it again and regurgitate it. I think it's more interesting. So I do think that the scene was completely made up. This is another reason why I don't think Raquel is pregnant, because I don't think that Tom Sandoval would be on tour. I don't think he would be doing this, that, and the third if Raquel was in Tucson carrying his child. I just think he would be moving very differently, you know? But I don't think he cares about her and what she's doing. Now let's keep going. Okay. Meanwhile, in her leaked text message exchange with Katie, I mean, it wasn't leaked. She posted it to her own Instagram account. And meanwhile, in the text message exchange she posted to her own Instagram account with Katie, Lala agreed that when it came to Raquel naming Sandoval as the hotter of the Toms on Watch What Happens Live in March, just before Ariana discovered her and Sandoval's affair, her facial expression was telling. Did you get that part? Katie asked. Where Raquel saw Sandoval, Lala replies, yup. And Sheena was like, what? And Raquel's face says a lot, Katie notes. And Lala agrees, saying, it confirms everything. So that is the text message that's on the screen. So if you guys couldn't read it, that's what's on the screen right now. So they are on the case. So put it down below. Let me know what you guys think about Lala spilling the tea, sharing the behind the scenes edits, and her text message with Katie Maloney. So with that, be sure to like, subscribe, and go ahead and share. So let's see. What do we want our next story to be? All right. So next up, let's talk about Ariana